You know, there are many ways God can teach. Sometimes He can take you through the wilderness for 5 years so that He can update you. So I will not insist on the dimensions of God was trapped in a building. So if you leave the outer court and you journey into the holy place, what has happened to you is that you have entered into another dimension. See, the spirit realm is not far from the natural realm in terms of distance. The spirit realm is here, but it's sitting in another dimension. And it happens to be that except you know the ways of the guardian of that realm, you will not be able to access that realm. And the guardian of that realm happens to be the Holy Spirit. All of those dimensions are held under His hand. And the extent to which you are able to participate in Him determines what aspect of the realm He can make you touch. I'm talking about life within the veil. There's a life there. It is possible for you to have visited the temple and you were in the outer court and you the presence of God, and it will be true. It's also possible for you to go into the holy place and you are ministering before the altar of sacrifice, the table of shewbread, the altar of incense, and you will still say you are in the presence of God. Do you still remember when Gabriel came to visit Zechariah at the temple? When it became necessary for Gabriel to introduce himself, he said, I am Gabriel that stands in the presence of God. Excuse me, where was Zechariah standing? You're not following. Zechariah was standing in the aspect of the presence of God where prayers were manufactured. Gabriel was coming from the aspect of the presence of God where prayers were answered. Even though they were in the presence of God, they were not in the same dimension. Meanwhile, this holy place encounter that I'm even explaining is not in the veil yet. There's a life in the veil when you go beyond the curtain that separates the holy place with the Holy of Holies. He said, this anchor, it entereth within the veil. Because the place from whence God will equip us with the power that is able to destroy the darkness that I see in some nations is not in the holy place. We will need to become priests that know how to minister within the veil. And you will discover that the high priest has, the Levite has 3 garments, the high priest has 6 garments, the high priest has 9 garments. There are 3 additional dimensions of consecration that is needed in order for you to stand safely in the midst of that veil and then minister. In fact, if you operate from the outer court, your light is sunlight. If you operate from the holy place, your light is candlelight. If you operate from within the veil, your light is Shekinah illumination. There are several things you will not see with candlelight, even though it brings visibility. And you see, the reason why I'm not trying to explain is because a lot of us are prospered from candlelight. And that's why you cannot imagine that there's any other light apart from this one. The priests of our time, it's a dread for you to say you want to visit the Holy of Holies and go beyond that curtain. Because that glory is so protected. That is the reason why there are cherubims there. Cherubims are the angelic entities that protect the glory of God. The glory is so protected. Seraphims are the angelic entities that protect the holiness of God. And holiness is the back end of glory.